Alright, gonna get back to basics with this workout. I've noticed, although I am more shredded in my back than I've been in a while, I can attribute that to just being a little bit leaner, but I feel like I'm lacking a little bit of the thickness and the density that I used to have, and the only thing I can think about what could be different from back when my back used to be a little bit thicker now is I was doing conventional deadlifts. And although I'm doing rack pulls and I am gonna be hitting a little bit of the back, it's not gonna give you the same benefit as a full conventional deadlift. So I'm gonna go back to those. I don't expect my form to be as great as it used to be. I don't expect my strength to be anywhere near where it used to be, but I'm gonna do some conventional deadlifts today to start off the back and biceps workout. So let's go, see you in there.
Alright, so today's workout was all about recalibrating, and although I haven't given up deadlifts completely, I've been sumo deadlifting for a little bit more leg involvement. Like I said in the previous clip, I want to get back to conventional deadlifts, and I forgot to add, I also want to do more bent over barbell rows heavy, because I feel like that added to the thickness of my back as well. So today was all about form. I went up to 365 pounds. The heaviest set that I filmed for this video was 315, but I wasn't feeling too great about the weight, so I didn't put them on film. I got the weight up, it was no problem, but I know my form needs some work, so that's what I was working on today. I did 135 pounds, 225, 315, 335, and then 365. And then I went back down to 135 to really dial in my form and make sure I was activating everything that I needed to activate in order to have a proper deadlift and not risk injury. At 315, my form started to break down a little bit, which I'm going to be working on in the future, but this was the first day back to conventional deadlift, so that will be fixed fairly soon. So 135, you saw me mess around with my shoulder blades a little bit. I'm making sure I'm getting my scapula retracted, making sure my traps are down, making sure my lats are tight, and making sure I'm making it almost like one complete movement as opposed to three different movements where your hips rise first and then your chest comes up and then your hips come through. You want to make the lift as efficient as possible. Keep the bar in a straight path up and down. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings, chest up, and drive the hips through all in one fluid motion. As you can see on 315, form kind of broke down, but I was still warming up. So back down to 135, and you can see here I'm playing with my shoulder blades. I'm making sure my shoulder blades are over the bar. My hands are close enough that I can get the lat activation, and my hips are far enough back that they're below my shoulders. Activating my glutes to start the pull, pulling with my chest up and making sure I drive the hips through. 135 pounds, no problem, is not a lot of weight, and that's why I went down to that, just to work on the form. You can see here I'm about to do bent over barbell rows, and I did the same thing with my shoulder blades. I'm keeping my traps down, keeping my scapula retracted down and back, so just pinching the shoulder blades together and making sure I'm only targeting the muscles that I want to hit. Now, this is just a different angle of that so you can see a little bit better. I will start going back up to like 225, 275 for these rows, but today, like I said, was just a recalibration day and just making sure I'm able to handle the form before I throw any weight on there. Now, I've still been doing rowing motions, I've still been doing deadlift motions, I just haven't been doing those specific exercises, which is why I took it kind of easy today and just focused on form. Then I went and I did these lat pull downs, a couple sets of these, stayed with my normal rep scheme, and then my last set I did a drop set where I think I went from 160 pounds down to 85 or 100 pounds. So I did as many reps as I could with 160, and then I immediately dropped it, as you can see here, and went down to, I believe it's 100 pounds. But making sure my shoulder blades are down and back, I sound like a broken record. And you'll see me look in the mirror on the right. I'm just trying to make sure that my traps aren't up and my shoulders are not rounded forward, because then I know I'm not getting the correct activation in the lats. So here's that drop set I was talking about. Did as many reps as I could with 160 as my fourth set, and then dropped it immediately to 100 pounds and burnt out. And as you can see, I'm still making sure I'm just getting that contraction in the back, squeezing the lats, keeping the shoulder blades down and back, and working through a full range of motion. Another thing I haven't done in a while, bodyweight pull-ups. And my camera was set up on the machine behind here, and it started to flip over backwards. So you get this nice little pan accidentally, but going to be adding bodyweight pull-ups back into my workout, as well as some weighted pull-ups. And then I finished it off with traps, just light barbell shrugs on the Smith machine, just keeping the range of motion steady, making sure I have the tension in my traps, not rolling my shoulders forward or back, just straight up and down, keeping my arms dead, so not bending my arms, and making sure I get the squeeze in my traps. Leaning slightly forward and pulling slightly back just to activate a little bit more of the trap. And then I finish it off with a simple bicep exercise, so standing alternating dumbbell curls. My biceps are already a fairly developed muscle on me. I'm focusing more on the triceps, so I'm not putting as much of an emphasis on bicep exercises. So I just did 3 sets of this one bicep exercise, and then I called it a day. So quick workout, like I said, just focus on recalibration. I'm looking forward to deadlifting more, but I hope you enjoyed the workout, and I'll see you in the next one.